We want to change. Changes are coming, according to reports over stateside. New CEO, new director of football, Sir Jim Radcliffe, edging closer to that 25% stake in Manchester United. These are all the stories coming your way today. I'm Adam. This is the United Vibe. Welcome to the video, everybody. Don't forget, hit that like button if you are tuning in for the first time for all your updates on news. No bull, no spiel, no elongated videos here. It's just straight to the point. What's happening with United? Hit that subscribe button if you want to know everything that's going on with the club. Here we go. Let's get into it. So Jim Radcliffe, according to reports from stateside, this has come out from the Muppeteers on Twitter, and they have big links. And Phil Brown, who does a lot of stuff and is well connected over there stateside, has been talking with them a lot. I think this is where this story is all circulating and coming from. But I think we've known with certain noises coming out from different media outlets recently that this deal is edging ever closer. We are looking probably around that international break. So maybe even after this weekend's game against Luton, everyone's away on international duty, and we start to hear more news and more stories coming out, and probably a little bit of confirmation. A deal, the ins and outs of that deal at Sir Jim Radcliffe and that 25%, the 245 million investment into the infrastructure of Manchester United. Which part of the infrastructure? Where is that going? We could actually hear more about the deal in terms of what happens later on down the line. Will Sir Jim implement that clause? Put it in writing, a legal obligation from the Glazers to actually offer up the rest of their shares later down the line for Sir Jim Radcliffe to be in sole control of Manchester United. All this is what's being talked about right now, and we're hoping we're going to get to the bottom of exactly what is going on with this deal, where it's going, how long it's going to take till the Glazers are out of the football club. Will they still have any stake at all in it in years gone down the line, years to come? I mean, there's a lot to get into. I mean, we know that we've covered all angles of this. We're talking about what's actually happened today and the noises. There's apparently been virtual meetings continuously between Sir Jim Radcliffe and the Glazers, and this deal is getting very, very close now. So we've got to expect when the news broke, obviously last international break, probably more news this international break, trying to keep everything positive amongst the fan base. I mean, we always know United, they like and they time things perfectly. Just on the eve of the Champions League game, we're hearing about noises that this deal is close. Then obviously after the weekend, I think if it's a good result, I think we'll get noises straight away regarding the takeover, and they'll try and turn it round into positivity moving forward, and changes are afoot at Manchester United. A new structure behind Erik ten Hag. That's what's been speculated and been talked about for Sir Jim Radcliffe's people. But yes, the new CEO, I've talked about this. I've gone in detail on other shows on this, on live shows regarding Sir Jim Radcliffe. And that is of Paul Mitchell coming in as a sporting director. We know his background. We know he's left Monaco now. We know he's available. We know he's a Manchester lad. Yes, again, that counts for nothing, but he knows Manchester United. He knows what it's about. And the link of Sir Jim Radcliffe, Manchester lad, Mitchell, Manchester lad. Are they bringing home that sort of homegrown sort of infrastructure of Manchester United? Is that where we're going with this? Is that how they're going to try and PR spin it on us all? Really, we don't care. All we care about is what you're going to do with your investment and where it's going to be invested into. What are you going to change? Sporting control means new people coming in, taking the places of staff and people in charge of Manchester United that this fan base, the media, ex-players, everyone in world football has criticised, and criticised badly. I mean, you're looking at Richard Arnold, you're looking at Murto, you're looking at people like this. It's no surprise that them two have been moved into roles at this stage of where Manchester United are at. You look at the longevity of the players in this that have really, really screwed United over. The Ed Woodwards, the Judds, the Matt Judds, people like that, the two head scouts, the whole infrastructure of United, they've already gone. I think they've seen the writing on the wall and they jumped ship. Their bailout was ultimately the Super League, and they've gone with that. I think they didn't see any future or any hope for Manchester United, and the scrutiny was going to keep coming their way, obviously. Paul Mitchell coming in, that is a fresh start. Jean-Claude Blanc coming in as a new CEO, that's an even fresher start. That is full-on sporting control and a completely different outlook for Manchester United. That is where we're at with that. I mean, you look at it and you go, Richard Arnold, history of sporting CEO, looking at the football side of things, he's tried his best. Sport, ultimately, is he best in class? No. by the wayside. I can see him going completely from Manchester United in this. Whether you think that's right or wrong, don't forget, get your comments in below, people. Let me know if you think that Jean-Claude Blanc and Paul Mitchell is that big upgrade and best in class from Murto and Arnold. Is that what we need? Is that what it is all about? Them two coming in definitely change it. And I think that's just backing up the whole talk about the sporting control of Manchester United, because they are predominantly football men. They're used to working at big clubs. They're used to dealing in football finance, and they're used to dealing in the actual running of football clubs. That not just being sporting director and finding these talents, it's about developing the youth system. Now, United have gone on and they've made a change within the youth setup. I mean, I've been in behind the scenes regarding Manchester United's under-21s, how the academy has been run, what's been put in place there. It is positive and it is improving. We've seen that with our first FA Youth Cup in over a decade victory a couple of seasons back. We are seeing improvements. We've seen the likes of Garnacho come through that youth academy, Mainu coming through that. So this, with the added influence of Paul Mitchell, who is into the development. Let's not forget what he did at RB Leipzig and how he developed their youth academy and brought players through there. And look at the money that that club has made from sales of youth players. Can we get that in Manchester United? We need the best in class. I don't think we're going to have loads of money. So people like Paul Mitchell, best in class in that area, is definitely where United need to be looking. They need to build the infrastructure. And I don't think infrastructure just means buildings, complex, training ground, things like this. I don't think that investment is solely based on that. I think it's about getting the right people in place and building up that quality relationship and that foundation within the club itself, making our players again, making us the best in class, the best youth setup and everything like that. Maybe that's where this investment needs to go. And then you're looking at Jean-Claude Blanc, who has worked at PSG. He's worked at Juventus, two of the biggest clubs in Europe. He knows what he's doing. He isn't going to be put off by the daunting task of being the man in charge of Manchester United. And that football knowledge is key. That is where we're at right now with that. And that, and everything that I've just spoken about, is coming very, very closer to being finalised. We're hearing that it is definitely going to be Paul Mitchell and Jean-Claude Blanc who are coming in. The noises and the names keep coming up and popping up in every single conversation right now. And this is what's coming over from stateside. So where it may be quiet from Sir Jim and this side of the pond, over in America, the Glazers side and everything that's looking like it's being talked about over there, it's looking very, very positive in terms of this deal now being put in place. And we could get a finalisation on that very, very soon, which is good. We need clarity, and that's the most important thing to United fans right now. That is everything. Jean-Claude Blanc, Paul Mitchell, the deal is very close. There are your updates for now. In other news, quickly, Jadon Sancho, it looks like he's doomed. He's done and dusted. He's off the Manchester United WhatsApp group. Whatever that means, I think it's quite damning, to be honest. I mean, in the modern world of football, I mean, if you look back, 20 years ago and said that someone's off on it, was it even going WhatsApp? I don't think it was, but would you say that that was a big thing, being off a group? I mean, it's laughed at now, but if you're off a Manchester United WhatsApp group, then it completely means that you are isolated on your own. The sooner January comes around for Jadon Sancho, the better, I think. And he just belongs away from Manchester United. He has definitely, he's definitely put his final nail in the coffin, let's say, in terms of Ten Hag. We know there's no way back. Everyone knows, and everyone has been listening to all the reports that have been going on. Yes. And just to finalize it, he's officially off the WhatsApp group. Don't forget, guys, hit the video, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. The preview will be up later on today. And join me on Top of the League for my first watch along there. It's Newcastle heading over to Germany to face Dortmund. Probably a must win for them, I must say. But yes, join me over there soon. That'll be later tonight or this early evening at 5 p.m. Guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, like, share, and subscribe. And drop in the description because the link is there if you want to become a member of the United Vibe. All your contributions are much welcomed. Thank you very much, everyone. Cheers for tuning in. As always, I will see you later on today.